So hi there, I'm John Nesbitt with the Customer Factory, and today I'm going to kind of open up a little bit and give you a little bit of, actually a lot of what's behind the Customer Factory and the market domination engine. Where did it come from? Where did I come from? And all this, how to get here, and what's my purpose in all this? What's going on with this? So my backstory is pretty, I find interesting, is that I kind of came into this marketing for local businesses, local practices, kind of sideways, especially into the chiropractic area. I never expected to be in this zone. I had already, I basically got here the way that a lot of chiropractors actually get there is through a health story. I had had some successful businesses and kind of lived a life which I didn't take care of my body very well, and ended up with some syndromes and things going on with me that were causing me a lot of medical problems. I could see a short life ahead of me if I didn't get these fixed. And going to medical doctors wasn't much of a solution, as you can imagine. They just want to put me on a lot of drugs and maybe have some surgeries or whatever else I could think up down there. And I didn't like the idea of piling pills on top of pills for the rest of my life, trying to catch the next side effect or catch the next round down or raise the next dosage up or whatever. The long-term care that did not look like a sustainable thing for me, not something I wanted to go through with. I ended up seeing a chiropractor who was doing some advanced techniques and things. I found out later that was called being medically integrated, but he was doing things that sounded like they might be useful. So I went through his program and I saw some really great personal health results. And I pretty much consider that it added probably about 20 or 25 years onto my expected lifespan, which is pretty cool because I got 3 kids and I really like to see them all grow up and have kids of their own and stuff, and not just be, oh yeah, I remember that guy who died way back in the freaking, 20 years ago guy. I want to be there for all that stuff. Also, what's the use of having money and success and stuff if you don't have your health? I mean, who wants to just be sick and taking medications all the time? So I had this nice health transformation, and of course, I'll tell you, if this had happened earlier in my life, I probably would have become a chiropractor. If this had happened when I was in my 20s somehow, I might have said, hey, let's go and help people with this. This is kind of a cool thing. But it happened after I'd already been building businesses and had a very accomplished career in marketing. So the natural thing for me was to turn my attention as a marketer. Like, how can I share this with the rest of the world? How can I get people out there to have the same kinds of wins and transformation that I personally have? It's kind of, if you have a solution to a problem out there, you're kind of a jerk if you just sit on it, right? So I'm not going to sit on it. I want to tell people about it. And when I tell people about it, it's usually the same way I told people about it for major brands and marketing agency work back when I do those things. I mean, I worked with Fortune 500 companies and do their marketing campaigns. And some of them was the first time they were coming online. First time they ran online ads, right? I mean, this is kind of exciting stuff back in the day. We take it for granted now, but this is big stuff. And these guys communicate to millions and millions of people all the time. So companies like Dell and Microsoft, you may have heard of a couple of those guys, right? These are my clients. AT&T, these are my clients. Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, these are my clients, right? So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. And I thought, let's use that skills that I've set, that I've built a couple of multi-million-dollar businesses for myself. Let me see if I can put those same skills to work for chiropractors at the local level so they can reach their audiences and their practice and their people who are around them and pull them in and help them with the same kind of transformation that I want to have, right? But now it sounds like a beginning of a great story, but here's the problem. I didn't know what I was doing when it came to chiropractors. I had no idea how chiropractic marketing worked. It was a brand new thing to me. I barely knew how to spell chiropractor, it was like one of these problems. So even though I wanted to figure it out, I wanted to. So what I did is I went to work with the chiropractor who helped me. I actually went to work for him as his marketing guy. I said, let me do your marketing for you. Well, yes, let me do your marketing. And his office was 2 hours away from where I lived. So I would literally drive 2 hours every time I wanted to go up and see him. And we do events, and I do print marketing, and we do online marketing, we do all kinds of stuff, right? And all this time I'm learning. Because I'm learning, okay, good. I know how the big markets work. Let's see how the local markets work. And I was learning I actually talk to patients and see, why do they choose this chiropractor? What made them act? What about that postcard we sent out made them take action, right? What was the headline that worked? We did a lot of survey work. Actually surveying hundreds of different patients and finding out, why do they choose this healthcare versus that healthcare, this doctor versus that doctor, this procedure over that procedure. What's behind all that? A lot of very interesting information I found out there. Now, Of course, I'm floundering around trying to do a job for who was, my friend. And as I went along, I realized that we put budget in all kinds of different areas, right? We put budgets on postcard, budget on print, budget on radio. We have budget, we were trying all different media. And every time we'd evaluate the budget, about once every 10 days, I'd evaluate the entire budget. How are things going? Because I track everything. I'm an obsessive tracker. I track stuff, right? So tracking phone numbers for everything. And I would say, okay, good. Well, the radio did this, and the print did that, and the Facebook, Facebook did well this week. Okay, good, that's nice. It's like a little 10% of what we do. It's great. Okay, and then, how the print do? How the radio spots? How's that new radio spot we cut? How's that going? Oh yeah, Facebook did okay this week too. Oh, radio's down. Well, let's try more print and more postcard. Wait a minute, Facebook did okay this week. And I started going, hey, wait a minute. This online stuff, this is working. It's working a lot, and it's working fast. With print or postcards, I put money in, and it's going to take me a month to get that out because you got to mail it, you got to get the whole thing out, and that's when you get your money back, right? With this online Facebook stuff, though, if I put the money in, I get the result back within days, and I can take that money and spend it again. So I can literally quadruple or 10x the marketing budget by spending the same dollar 10 times in the same month. Where over here, I spend the same dollar, and it takes a while to come back, right? So you see, that became a multiplier, and I recognized right away, oh my gosh, this is what works. So even if you have a small budget, a small office, you can compete with almost anybody if you can turn your budget over fast enough, and if you know it works, okay? So as I was going along, I also realized that this is a chaos. So I get more into Facebook and I realized this is chaos. Nobody knows how this works. This is brand new. Nobody knows how this works. I even hired marketing companies to work for the client under me and realized they didn't know what worked either. They were just winging it. They were like, what? So the big problem there was that it's a great channel, but no one knew how to make it work. You have campaigns that would start, that would die. You have campaigns that bring the wrong quality people, campaigns that wouldn't work at all. I mean, it was just nuts, right? So I sat down and said, okay, well, how do you handle it in the big leagues? Well, you sit down and you work out what the basic rules and formula are that apply to this area. You take a very scientific mathematical approach and figure out, okay, so what's the ideal headline for this area? What's the ideal way to do it? Like one of the big things I discovered early on was you want to market to the symptom, not the modality. So if you say, hey, we have a brand new laser, come on in, check out my laser, we'll do this great laser thing, right? Crickets. No one gives a crap about your laser. You say, hey, you got knee pain, we got something we can treat your knee pain with. You don't even tell the modality. They care about the knee pain, and they care that you can help them with the knee pain. That's when you start getting them to come in. So, okay, good. So I said, good. So always market to the pain, right? Paint the pain, market to the pain. So I worked this out. I found other guys who knew what they were talking about and tested their theories and tested out. And every time I was doing it, I codified it, which means I wrote it down. I wrote it down as a series of procedures, just like you do any procedure, right? How to, everything has a procedure. How to change the oil in your car is a procedure. Well, how to run a good Facebook marketing campaign has a procedure. And it's got a lot of variations of that procedure, but once you've discovered what they all are, you can write them down. So I kept writing it down. And when I had it all worked out, I said, okay, good. Now I'm going to go, now I'll take it big time. So Freaky, I quit working with that chiro. He actually stayed a client. He's actually right now, he's actually still a client. And started doing marketing for other chiropractors. Of course, the first thing I ran into was that people hate marketing companies because they suck. I mean, you go out there in a world of amateur operators, most of these online marketing companies are not guys who have really done any marketing. Even their own marketing for themselves is terrible. And then they charge money to do work for you. And they know more about what they're talking about than the client does. So it sounds like they're geniuses, because they know what an ad set is and what a Facebook pixel is and all that crapola, right? But doesn't mean they know how to get a result, right? I learned that just because they know more than the client doesn't mean they know how to get a result. And so I ran right into this buzz. I was like, hey, I'll help you get new patients. And they're like, yeah, everybody says that, right? I'm like, oh yeah, I guess they do. And I'd actually interviewed a whole bunch of, because I'm a professional, so I survey and my market, and I get to learn who they are. And when I interviewed a bunch of chiropractors about their marketing, nobody, 0% were happy or satisfied with their marketing. Like, oh my gosh, like no, this is not working for anybody. So I started using that written up set of procedures I have and deploying that. And that was really the beginning of the market domination engine. I wouldn't even call it that back then. That's just sort of a marketing term I have for the basic service that we deliver in our company. This market domination engine is the series of all those things that have been learned over time and proven and tested and even updated as marketplaces shift, as Facebook shifts, as those kind of things shift, that are proven to work. And so by doing that, I've gotten, okay, we get another success story, and we get a success story from a doc, and another success story, and another success story, and I realize that we have a really high hit ratio. We have a really high success rate, and starts to build and build. And so now I look around, I mean, currently when I'm making this video, we've got right at 100 clients. Most of them are chiros. We've got a couple of dentists and veterinarian friends of mine who snuck in, who wanted help over the time, but because a lot of the same things translate to their markets. And a lot of our chiropractors who are actually, they're the bigger chiropractors in their fields, and in their particular town, they are the health authority. And I like to think that we've helped do that. I mean, I'm very proud of the fact that we've helped transform all these chiropractic offices from, some were failing when they became clients. I mean, I actually don't take on failing clients anymore because they don't make good partners. But back in the day, I did, and we turned around many failing clients. They were not doing well, they weren't able to pay their bills. And so we put the engine to work for them, and it turned it around and made it work, right? Now, what's really been gratifying is the guys who came to us, they already had a good practice. They already had everything kind of going, but their marketing was weak. And we take our marketing, add it in there, and they go from good to great. Like, we've had several practices that have doubled and doubled and doubled and just gone into them well past the 7-figure. I mean, you know, maybe some people are even flirting with the 8-figure market now. I mean, they're doing really well, and they've been clients for years. And that's another thing that I'm very proud of. But we managed to keep our clients around for years. When I told you back when I was working with this other chiropractor, we had guys who had contracts, and they would make us sign a 6-month or 12-month contract, whether it was for radio or for some marketing services or online stuff or whatever. And that, man, I hated that. That just gets you trapped, because as soon as it stops working, you're the one at risk, not them. Like, they seem taken all the risk away from them and made you guarantee to pay them even when they fail to perform. So I said, okay, when I'm in charge, it won't be that way, which is why the Customer Factory only has month-to-month services, which means if you're not happy at any month, you can just quit. And here's the thing, me and my staff, we know that. So when they're back there deploying the engine, they know they better get the thing to run right, and they don't have a lot of time to screw around, right? Because, you know, clients need results, and otherwise we're toast, and I wouldn't mind it. And what's really great is, because I've written the whole procedures down and I train my people on them, it takes a lot of training and drilling, but we actually do train them on it consistently and mercilessly almost. Most of the people who actually deliver the engine, the market domination engine, to our clients, they could be CMOs in any other agency. They could be a chief marketing officer for any company. They know so much about marketing, what they're doing. They're not just customer service people. They are well-trained, competent, high IQ, high aptitude individuals. That's what I start with. They're well-trained, and they're continuously trained as new things come out. I literally write new procedures and new policies for the company all the time. There's new procedures developed inside the company all the time. As things shift and change with Facebook, we keep it up. So the training is continuous. There's never a time my folks aren't training. And I'm very happy with that. But I'll tell you, the thing that I'm most happy about, because you remember back to when I first started this little talk here, how I got into this is I wanted to help other people have the same results that I had had. Well, I'm happy to report that on any given week, any given month, we do thousands and thousands of people get directed away from the cut and drug model and into this other model. We're directing people into the service that actually will help them regain their health. Right? Now, I don't know how many make it all the way through treatment plans. I don't have those kind of numbers, but I know it is thousands of people that we say, hey, we can solve that problem for you without drugs and without surgery. What do you say? Right? And we shift them over into that zone, and a lot of them, we see the success stories come back out, and that is the most gratifying thing I know, because I know that I've helped the world, you know, and maybe I'm being kind of arrogant about it because I just have a small piece of it that I designed the marketing program as really the practitioner and his skill and his staff and their skill, and everybody has a little piece of this, but as a team together, working together with our clients, we've helped, gosh, I can't say millions yet, but one day I'll be able to say there have been millions of people directed from our campaigns into this new type of healthcare. And that might just be moving the needle on the entire country. I really like to be able to look back at my life and realize that I'd help move the needle for millions of people and their healthcare, even just playing my little part of it as a marketer here who just writes this stuff down and tries to write a better headline for his clients or tries to work out a better procedure to get patients to show up, right? Anyway, so that's where I'm coming from on the whole Customer Factory and the market domination engine. That's the entire purpose behind it. I mean, obviously we're here to make money as a company. I got to pay my staff, and it's kind of nice to have, electricity and food, but we're not overly greedy about it. I think we do the kind of job that you would get out of a very high-end marketing company. I mean, look, the agency I used to work for, we didn't talk to you for less than $50,000. We didn't even say hello for less than 50 grand, right? That was just like, right? Because that was the level of service that it takes a lot of money to deliver good service. So I think I found a really good balance between making it affordable for anybody who wants to be an aggressive, growth-oriented practitioner, and making it the service level very high. One bad thing I'd experienced with other companies was the fact that they were hard to reach after the sale. Oh yeah, during the sale, they were super easy to reach. They were all over you like white on rice. But after the sale, getting service was kind of tough. Like somehow their email didn't work. You couldn't just call somebody. I like to say that my staff are reachable by email, by phone, by letter, by however you want to reach them, and they're accountable to get back to you the same day. That's the standard we set. And they get accountable not just to get back to you, but get back to you with a sensical answer, like some actual solution if you have a problem, because we're into this on the same terms as our clients are. So anyway, I hope you find that useful, and if at all, if you're considering using us as an agency, I'd really like to earn your business. Give us a month, and we'll show you what we can do. And otherwise, I wish you the best in your practice. All right, take care.